Okay, everyone. This is the beginning of our long-awaited clutch video. And the type of clutch we're going to make here today is going to be determined by the shape of really the gusset and what we do with the gusset. So what I've done is basically, this is the gusset, and what I've done is basically made it first because it's really going to determine the size and shape of the bag. So this is what I've done, and it's going to kind of crinkle up here at the top so that it won't be so fat. It'll be about like that when it really closes up. And then it'll be about the size of the bottom when it closes up. Okay? And so to make it easier to sew or to make at home, what I've done is kind of made a stay for it. And again, a stay helps you do things do the things that you need to do to make the bag work, to be able to put it together successfully. So this is kind of like my stay, and what I want you to imagine is that this the middle white here is like leather or your fabric or whatever. And this is actually what the fabric is wrapped around, okay? And as you can see, I made it to where it'll come off and kind of recess into the bag. And the reason I'm doing is that so you'll have more surface area to work with around the edges. The more surface area you need to work with around the edges, then the thicker you'll make your stay. This in case you don't have the right foot for your sewing machine or something to that effect. And or if you decide that you just want to glue the whole thing in there. And barge is pretty good stuff because it ain't coming apart. So you have a number of options there. So this is what I've kind of made, and it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. And what it is just 3/8 inch all around. And then I clipped out the edges here because you're going to let that fold over and sew that way so that you get this effect and it'll sit in there. So that's pretty much. This is the body of the bag. I've already made it. This sits in there sort of like that, and you can kind of get an idea of what our bag is going to look like. And then I'm getting ready to do the flap, and this is going to be the flap. And what I'm going to do is actually pin this in front of you. So hopefully this is on tape, I mean on the video, and you guys can see it. So what I'm going to do is first make the back of the flap. I'm going to square my, it's already squared here. So what I'm going to do is make the back, and what I'm going to do is measure down about 1 inch in the back, okay? Maybe a 1 1/4 inch in the back. And this is going to be my first pin and score. Now I need to determine how wide I want the bag to be when it's closed. And I really only want the bag to be 2 inches when it's closed. So I'm going to go down and pin, and then I'm going to score again. Alright? Okay, now I'm going to go down and make the shape of my bag. So this is an envelope, and I wanted to kind of be real squarish, I guess. So we're going to I'm going to make it look like an envelope. How about that? So what I'm going to do is go down. I want it to go down. The face of my bag is 5 inches, so I want it to go down, say 3 inches down from the top of the bag. 3 inches. Okay. And from there, from here to here is what I'm going to shape. So I'm just going to draw a line, if I can find it. Okay, there it is. Draw the line, or score the line. And that's where the bottom of our bag is, right here. This is the bottom of it. Okay, so this is the back, this is the top, and this is the bottom. So I'm going to make my shape here. And what we're going to do is, I'll make it kind of look like an envelope. So let's go, I don't know, what shall we do here? Let's first cut this off. Okay, now, that's not a very good cut there, kid. Okay, now let's look at our bag. This is the front of it. Okay, well, you know what? I may just leave it like that, and then put like a nice little bow thing over here or something to stay with my bow thing, because we're kind of showing you what a collection of bags would be like. And so we'll go with our bow thing and put our bow right here on a nice little ribbon, and the flap will go inside that little area, inside that little ribbon, and we'll actually still have a magnetic snap in there too, just to make sure that it's really secure. So this is pretty much what our bag is going to go look like. Maybe I'll give that a little bit of shape, okay? And then I'll be right back. This is Richard, and I'm back. I'm glad to be back, making videos, making tutorials. So let me catch you up on where I'm at in the design process of this clutch. As you can see, I've dramatically kind of changed the shape of our flap here. I have it now maybe, let's see, maybe a ½ inch width at the top. I've modified the back quite a bit and shortened the front. So this is what our flap is going to look like. I've also did my front and back pattern, and I'm trying to get this to kind of fold up like an accordion, sort of like this, so that the bag will kind of look like that. So that's the look that I'm trying to accomplish. Now, to help me accomplish that look, I'm trying to work on a sort of like an accordion gusset. I want it to bend in 3 places here, on one on each side and one in the middle. And so here is the gusset stay when it's cut out. And right here I got this taped together so that it'll kind of like hang together, so the way I can show you. But like these little pieces get cut out, these little pieces right here, they get cut out, and you're going to take out these little pieces here. I don't know if you can see it, but these little pieces here and here, these come out. And then right here, this will be, I'm going to cut this out so that there's a break, so that when this goes up, the fabric in here will go up too, and kind of support that break. This could be too much break. We don't even know yet. I've actually never made this type of clutch before, so we're going to go through the process together. Okay, so that's pretty much where we are. This is our pattern. This is what we're working on. And we're trying to develop this clutch. I've decided to make this clutch kind of hardish because a lot of what I'm going to be doing here is like box bag techniques too. So, and I'll try, as I go through those techniques, I'll try to point which ones would be similar to a box bag. Okay, and that's pretty much where we're at with the pattern. We've went on and cut out some chipboard, and this is going to be the basis for our bag. And as you can see, it's just like the pattern that we had, and so that's what we got, and this is what we're going to be working with, and we're going to try to turn this into a really nice bag. We are also going to cut out our flap. Now, the bending of the chipboard, like I want my board to bend with my flap. This is the bottom of the flap, this is the back of it, and I want it to bend. So I wanted the bias of the chipboard to go this way, not this way, where it doesn't bend as much. So you want your chipboard, when you're using it, to bend a little bit in the way that you want your whole flap to bend. I've also cut out some foam. Now this foam is like ½ inch foam, but what you really want is ½ inch foam. And I'm going to try to make this work because I don't want this bag to be really puffy, because we're going to be covering this bag in leather. So I don't want it really puffy, but I do want it to have a feel to it. And the way you get that feel is by putting foam or new foam on here. I like new foam, but I don't know. So I'm going to try to make this foam work, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So we're going to just start putting the bag together, and we'll go from there. Okay, be right back, and with some materials, and we'll get. Okay, I'm back, and at this point, I'm trying to decide really how, in my mind, because I'm working without the sketches or anything like that, how in my mind I really want the bag to look and feel when I'm finished. So to get what I want, I have to do all of this at the very beginning, trying to figure out what goes where and how is it going to feel once it gets there. I also decided that I was going to do a soft bag at the same time that I'm doing this hard bag, so that you know, we can kind of like do more than one thing at a time. But hopefully it won't be confusing. There are some things that you have to do. The difference between a soft and a hard bag and the type of material you're using. Um, you know, your soft bags are really fairly thin, and you're depending on the material to basically give you your feel and look. But I like to turn my stuff around and stay so my edges are really nice, even, and clean. So I've cut a stay out of some really thick backing or stabilizer, and so I'm going to try to make that work for this particular project. And again, as I said before, on the other thing, um, we have um, we have our chipboard working to try to get the effect that that we're looking for. So that's the way we're going to go. Now, what I have decided though was that this foam that's going to go right here on top like this. I personally think it's a bit too thick, as you can see, and we're going to try to find a substitute material for that to get the effect that we want. So what I've done is here with my soft bag, here was the stay I was working with, and I'm trying to make sure that it's going to bend where I want it to bend, and kind of look crisp, even though it's a soft bag. So I'm going to shore it up with some things that are going to give it a little bit of structure, but still keep the bag soft um, and not hard. And so we're going to put a little piece there. I'm going to take the leather here. I've already skived some leather, and I'm going to take it, and what I'm going to do is just put this here, and then I'm going to turn the leather all the way around this. I'm going to glue this solid, and then turn the leather all the way around this, okay? And then I'm going to actually put the lining in. We're going to do everything with the bag just like this. And when we get through, when we put the gusset in, the bag should be complete. So that's what we're going to try to do. And if it comes out that way, then, you know, we've accomplished our goal. But, you know, when you're doing a new bag, nothing is for sure. You run into all kinds of problems that you didn't anticipate. And one of the aspects of design is getting past your problem and still making it look good. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to glue this solid, turn it, and put this in place, and we'll come back and see where we're at, and keep on building our bill.